Hit the apartment hard, get the safe, break the loop, let's go. Never gonna get used as loop is a paradox where time is in both infinity supply and quickly running out. Protagonist called Twain is stuck in a time loop, desperately trying his best to get off the gleefully nihilistic island of Black Reef. The rules of breaking the time loop seems. Simple kill 8 targets within 24 hours. Paradoxically, this feat is an intricate clockwork of planning, preparations, and execution that feels impossible at first, but it all culminates in one of Arcane Studios' best games to date. Deathloop begins in media res. As cult is murdered by a mysterious woman named Julian Blake. As soon as he dies, he wakes up on a strange beach with no knowledge of who he is or how he got there. Julian soon makes contact, explaining his situation and by extension the game's rules. Cold is on Black Reef, where time is perpetually stuck and murder is the only way out. The game revels in its nihilistic world. Dying has no meaning on Black Reef, so why not do whatever you want? There's murder and all manner of awful things, treated casually, lending a dark humor to the whole experience. This kind of storytelling could have become juvenile in the wrong hands, but Deathloop's writing is strong and I enjoyed seeing the twisted voice it played with the time loop conceit called, and Julian's interactions full of bickering and arguments are almost always entertaining and humorous, and the two are now among my favorite video game characters of the year. We dated Black Reef is broken into 4 large districts, each with its own clues on how to process access to targets and storylines that progress the main plot or service side content. Each district has a new player from a city center hosting a massive party to an expansive research station near the coast and arriving at different times of day changes. Everything from where guards patrol to who and what is available. You can choose to explore district at 4 times a day, morning, moon, after moon, or evening, and I enjoy the way this makes you plan your routes. Ecology tracking leads throughout the Black Reef quickly became my favorite part of Deathloop. I loved exploring, seeing how the world opens up and how my opportunities change over the course of a day. It takes a while to get to the bottom of any mystery in Deathloop, but the game does a good job of paying your black for your time with fun new ways to play, such as access the new powers, better weapons and upgrades for boss. Compared to Arcane's previous immersive theme series, Dishonored Deathloop encourages players to spill as much blood as they want. There is no penalty or morality system punishing you for using all the cool weapons and powers at your disposal. A lot of those powers are very similar to the ones in Dishonored, including teleporting around levels and chaining multiply enemies together. So the killing one kills everyone in the chain from the get-go. Those powers seem like upgraded versions of those in Dishonored, meaning Deathloop is effectively one giant power trip as I honed my skills and memorized its various levels. I loved loading in and repeating through an environment in a matter of minutes, especially when combined with the game's great arsenal, which includes a nail gun for silent headshots and an SMG that can be reloaded while shooting for a non-stop bullet spray. And in-game currency allows weapons powers and upgrades to be carried between loops, which is a helpful touch for elevating the penalties of death. Where single player focuses on cult players, can also jump into a mode where the play as Julian or their former tries to go about the objective as later invites other players games and attempts to hunt them down and kill them. This mechanic can be turned off or set so you can only play with friends, but I found these invasions add a bit of fun, tensions, and spontaneity to runs, especially when playing Find a Friend. I could talk and laugh with my best late plans were useless when Julian showed up. And the dangerous game of cat and mouse that ensued always left me on edge. As the future I got, the more satisfying it became putting all the various puzzle pieces together until finally I had a finished plan. I had built dozens of routes to get through my final day, assembled an arsenal of perfect weapons.